Hello, I'm Alexander Milas, I'm the editor-in-chief of Metal Hammer and Team Rock, and I just presented Mastodon's debut record, a remastered edition. It's the world debut, and it was on a rather expensive sound system.
It is a little strange hearing our own stuff with a bunch of people in a small room listening to it on a 650,000-pound stereo system. It's a little different. We don't do that every day, but it's cool. I feel very flattered and special that there's actually, you know, a room full of people that want to hear that and see that.
What are your feelings revisiting these sounds now, given all you've done in the meantime?
How do you feel? It's pretty bizarre to listen, or not bizarre, it's interesting to listen back, and that's when the four of us met, decided that we liked each other and liked each other's taste in music, got together and started making some noise, which led to these songs, and kind of really, I remember thinking that we had something special. That's why, and I think these guys did too, that's why we just dropped everything and said we got to give it everything we've got, take this music around the world, see if we can make something for ourselves, because we knew that it's very rare to find three other dudes that you can, quote, marry and spend and have the same intentions and ambitions and just try to make something happen, and that was really rare. So we left our personal and home lives at home, and we just went for it and took every tour, any gig, any basement, any kitchen, any doorway. You know, we'd play anywhere. And so when I think of this record, I think of that moment where the four of us dropped everything and we were as unified as I've ever been with any people ever, and went for it. So I'm really proud of that record. I'm really proud of these guys. And that's what I think of when I see that record. And I'm also very excited to hold that because I've never seen it. This is the first time we've seen this. We knew it was coming out, but I'd like to go buy one. They're on sale here.
It's real pretty. So.
I feel that it's really cool though that they want to talk about Remission, which was our first real full-length album. 13 years ago. So if it's still relevant today in 2014, it's cool with me.
What do you remember about the songwriting process? What was the first track that you formulated that kind of gave you that electrification that told you this thing had to succeed?
I don't remember the first song right away, but I remember the fact that Brent and myself had been in a previous band for 7 years before we met these two guys, and they had been in a band for 7 years before they met Brent and myself. So when we got together, that first few days was just new ideas that either Bill and Braun had, and new ideas that Brent and myself had, and we were just like, well, we got this idea, and the record seemed to be written.
To me, that was Life's Blood, or the
first.
What became called the Mastodon.
Yeah,
first but they had songs. We had some songs. I think they had been playing them with their old drummer or whatever, and I think when they brought the songs to us, it kind of breathed a whole new life into everything. So they were super stoked, like, wow, this really sounds like something. And I remember just having goosebumps. I mean, I still do when I think about those days, and just think what a great, how everything just kind of fell together. Not fell, it was a lot of hard work, but like we made it happen. We just never felt so like in the right place. Like, these are the right guys to be in a band with. I just felt, we're really doing something special. It was something totally different at the time to me than any other kind of music that was out there.
Do you remember the first time you heard March of the Fire Ants on the radio?
I think
Yeah.
so. I remember the first time I heard Brent. He was tuning, and he was playing. He was like, and I was like, what's that? He's like, nothing. I'm tuning. It's nothing. I'm like, no, you did something. It was like,
So this sound system, it's kind of like, you might say, you won't even say the Ferrari or Lamborghini. Maybe if there's like a Lamborghini like that's made out of gold and like encrusted with diamonds, that's what this sound system is. Most people's ears aren't even nearly sophisticated enough to appreciate everything about that, because I think what most people don't understand about sound systems, and I haven't until only very recently, is that it's not about volume, it's about the intensity.